Alrighty, there we go, and we are live. Let me turn up the music volume a little bit, just to make sure y'all can hear both. Last couple streams I've noticed I've had the music turned down a little bit too far on my end here. But yeah, there we go. Hello everybody, and welcome to the request stream. As you can see, I have a little graphic up here that says 1 tip for 1 art, and if you go down to the description, the top link is going to be a link to our Stream Elements donation page, and you can send in a donation of, and originally I was thinking it would just be the listed amounts, but I'm gonna have it go as far as go as low as like $1, because that's the minimum. So 1 donation for 1 drawing, and I'm gonna try to get as many as I can done during the stream, and if there's any I can't get done within the next, let's say 1.5 to 2 hours, I'll finish those off stream, and I'm gonna post them all on the community page. So feel free to send any requests you'd like, and in the meantime, I'm just going to doodle some stuff at random. I'm gonna keep the tab open here. Let's see if anything's popped up yet. Nope. I'm just gonna doodle some stuff here while I wait. Hope everyone's having a good day, by the way. Sounds like good to see more folks. I've been really enjoying doing these streams, because it's not really Sorry. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not trying to get a lot going here. I just kind of want to see if I can get the ball rolling this time around, because it's been a while since I've done a lot of streams consistently. Let's draw a cat. There we go. I'm good. Why is this? Oh, there's like no stabilization. There we go. I was trying to figure out why it was being so strange. Oh. That's going real slow. That's a little strange. I might have to restart Clip Studio. 1 second here. Being a little slow today. There we go. Okay. I had to restart the program real quick, but it looks like it's working better this time. Let me make sure the window capture is connected. There we go. Yeah, you could see that it was being a little goofy before. Okay, no problems anymore. Let's see. Reload the page here, see if anything's popped up. Nope, not yet, I don't think. Or let's try this page here. Sorry, I'm still trying to get some of these programs figured out, or the websites. Let's check the dashboard. Oh, okay, we got 3 tips. Okay, here we go. Let's see what these are. Sorry about the delay there. I just have to wait for the feed to open up here, and then I can get started on these. Waiting for loading. Damn, it is being real slow. There we go. Well, first of all, Roxanne said you make the best doodles. Thank you. I don't think there's a request included, so I'll just say thank you for that. Actually, I will. I think I know which Roxanne sent this, so I will doodle something for you though. Someone else sent Kamen Rider Kuga, Kuuga. Let's look them up. Turn on the light here so I can see my keyboard. Kamen Rider Kuuga. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, this guy's pretty cool. Let's get an image of this guy for reference. He has kind of like a weird little bug head. I like that. Okay, so let's edit, create new from clipboard, and let's start drawing this guy. I do like his like pose. I like the idea of him doing like a little like sort of like a ninja kick pose, like that one where they kind of like they have one of their legs sticking straight out. Gotta resize the canvas a little bit more. And actually, let me... Oh, sorry, that was the wrong button. I'm going to shrink this a little bit so y'all can see what I'm doing. There we go. And let's get started. Hopefully I don't have any more technical issues, but I wouldn't be surprised. Because sometimes that happens, especially when... But, you know what? I can power through it. Just take my time. Oh, it's doing it again. I think it might just be like that spot on my screen. That's strange. Okay. Let's move it over here. Or let's move the whole window and see if I can get it out of that one messy spot. Here we go. Oh. Maybe here? Okay, it's working here. Kinda. You know what? This work. I just realized the reference I picked is an action figure, so it probably is going to be the joints are probably going to be a little bit more dramatic than they're supposed to be. Actually, let's see if I can bring the angle a little bit more towards the camera, like, see if I can adjust his body. Then let's make this arm a little bigger. I'll make sure to look in the, on the donation page here in about 5 minutes or so, just to make sure I'm keeping on top of anything. Okay, then. I can make this one real small. I'm not quite sure if this pose works, but and let's make him angrier. Oh, there we go. That's where the other foot needs to be for this pose. And bring this arm a little closer. And then let's give him his like little chest plate deal. Hopefully the line art works a little bit better. Oh. Okay, now it's working. And let's do some free transforming. This is a pretty decent way of sort of adjusting things to get the vibe right. Okay, now let's shrink him down and tilt him more like this. So it looks like he's coming right at ya. Oh, that's the wrong image. And because I'm trying to do these quickly, I'm going to go straight to the line art, because a lot of this stuff is going to our animators. The money anyway, because it costs a pretty decent amount per second. So every little bit here will definitely help in making sure all those folks are able to get what they deserve for the work they're doing. I'm unsure if we'll be able to show like any like previews of animation. I feel like that would be good for promo too, but I don't want to impede or like make any promises that I can't keep, because I don't really have the ability to make that call. I should probably check the donation page here. Let's take a quick look at that, make sure I'm not getting too distracted too quickly. Do a quick reload. And oh, I just realized I did not say who put in the request for Kamen Rider. That came from Tech Priestess Phoebe. And then another one from Liv, who says, "Oh, I think there's another tip for Roxanne. Thank you again. Thank you again. Voice cracked. Another tip from Liv said, love your style. It's adorable. Can you please draw Echo from Arcane?" I definitely could draw Echo. But I'm gonna get Kamen Rider finished up here first, assuming the program is not being an ass today. But you know what, the drawings will happen. If for whatever reason like I need to like fix like a computer problem, the drawings will still happen, and I'll probably just make sure they're at least like recorded. Hold on, let me save this, and then I'm gonna reopen the program again and see if I can figure out what's happening. Request 1. Save. And this will be right back. 1 second. Oh, actually here. Let me put this guy over here just to make sure I still have it. Just some bumps in the... And don't save. And let's quit this. And let's give this a second here. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the stream that gives me the technical issues. It's been going really well for the first 3 or so, but it has to happen eventually. Copy, create new from clipboard, put this guy here, and I'm gonna leave this full screen. I'm actually gonna adjust it because maybe that could potentially keep the problem from happening again. Let me go through and reselect the window. Set that to this, and then set this to here. Oh, why is that not showing up now? Okay. Let me unlock this and scale it up a little bit and relock that. What is this live stream? This is supposed to be the request stream where I go through and draw things to raise money for our animators, but my computer might be having some technical issues, which has not happened yet. So I'm a little concerned about that, but as long as I get something done, I'm gonna be happy. So I want to make sure y'all get the stuff, because that's what we're here to do. And let's see, I'll add the little thing here, but I want to see if I can get this guy's hand going. Get this and give him kind of a... I'm gonna make him look like the action figure because I really like how this guy looks like this. I shouldn't imply his little shoulder pad deals. And I can get these going. Okay, I think things are working a little bit more smoothly now. I imagine it might happen again here. So I'm just gonna preemptively apologize for that. This isn't gonna be the only request stream, by the way. Alec's probably gonna be blocking some of this. How would the bottom of that kind of foot look? Like this? Like, kind of see like the side of the foot. There we go. Here, there's the kneecap, and the rest is right here. That's to imply the... Oh, he has these kinds of things on his chest here. Let's get those added in. And this guy here. Get this other arm going. That one's gonna be a bit of a goofier angle. Well, not that goofy, but... And then let's get the stuff for his chest plate. I'm just gonna put these top two lines in, and then maybe some stuff on the side here. Fill in this gap here, and let's zoom out a little bit. See if I can clean this up a little bit before I go through, because it does look pretty wonky. Oh, I gotta make this smaller. I just noticed how this looks in the stream. There we go. I'm sorry about that again. Let's get this stuff cleaned up here a little bit before I do the colors. I don't know, a funny habit that I think I ended up picking up from my time doing traditional art is I spend a lot of time, like, sort of whittling down lines that I draw in order to get the shape that I'm looking for. rather than trying to get like the perfect line every time, which could be a little bit tedious at times, and I would not really recommend drawing that way, where you have to like try to draw like the perfect line every single time, because you're just gonna tire yourself out before you can get a lot done. But this way tends to give me a little bit more leeway. This guy, the other cuff here, this end, and let's see if I could bring this part where it needs to be a little bit more, and then bring these down because I want them to look anky. There we go. And then we'll bring this here. So I'm gonna give them a bit of a rounder head, just because that's sort of what I set myself up for. And that gives me room to finish this spot here. And get the shadow in. Then once I do the shadows, I'm gonna duplicate this layer. And a way that I've been doing coloring lately has been pretty nifty, I think, just in terms of my output and the amount of time that I spend on any one drawing, because there's a lot of small issues that can come from having gaps in your line art that can make coloring a bit of a tedious process. I gotta stop using the word tedious. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna make this front leg just a lot bigger here real quick. Select this. Set the layer to monochrome like I talked about last stream, so I can upscale this without messing up. There we go. Okay. And then rotate it. There we go. Now I look like I'm about to get kicked in the noggin. Oh. Set this to the right. Oh. Sorry, I had to set the transparent. There we go, and whittle some of this stuff down, and set this to gray, no, color. And I think that looks pretty good. I'll add some more details when I do the coloring, so let me finish this one line here. Maybe one more thing here. He has like some straps on his shoes. Then I'll check the donation page just to make sure I'm not missing anything. And there we go. Let's go in a little bit more whittling. Yeah, here's the problem. I tend to be pretty... I call these doodles, but I am going to be spending probably a decent amount of time off stream cleaning these up before I post them too. And let me check the chat here, because I cannot see it where I'm at. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like this. Here we go, and let's get this. I'm just gonna pull the colors directly from this image, so they're gonna be a little bit wonky, but you know what, that's a-okay. There we go, and then put that for his chest, for his, oh, that's not his other shoulder. Fill this in, fill in his butt. What is this? So like his little thing here, and I guess he has like a thing on his knee that I did not account for, so let me. There we go. And then select a kind of gold color up here. I can make that a little bit more saturated. There we go. Then fill in this here, here. We'll call that the same thing. And then anything else? Yeah, the joints. And then this part here where the foot connects. You can't see it on that foot, so I won't worry about that one. Then they have some sort of dark gray. Make it kind of bluish. Make it a little more dark. Oh, shit. Okay, let me undo a couple times here. Is this still set to... Nope, that's too dark. Hey, fiddling with colors. This is good content. Let's see here. And then I'm just gonna fill in all of this because it's an action figure, so I don't have to worry too much about the details. Oh. Then, actually, I'll make this a little darker for where his foot is going, and then fill this like that in the middle, and then, oh shit, wrong button. And then set this to kind of a gray, and let's try to get this cleaned up a little bit. Oh, I gotta put the gray over here too, over his mouth. So what I ended up doing for coloring here was, instead of trying to just manually go through and block out each of the colors under it by like tracing the shapes, what I just did was just duplicate the line art layer and just use like the fill bucket. So I ended up doing that a lot with the backgrounds because, you know, a lot of them aren't moving, so it doesn't really... It's kind of like with like game design where it's like the stuff that you don't see doesn't have to be as pretty. So it does save a pretty good amount of time. It just takes a little bit of cleanup afterwards just to make sure there aren't any of these little gaps, especially with a textured brush like this. It's just likely to happen more often there. And the last step, and this is the one that I enjoy doing the most out of like my entire process, and that is going through and coloring over the line art. So what I'm going to do here is add a section up here, pick a slightly larger brush, and I'm going to go through and select the color on one of the surfaces, in this case the chest plate, lower the, just kind of adjust the colors a little bit, and then I can go through, oh, I can make that a little more saturated. There we go. Then I can go through and add some additional details over the existing line art, which I always think adds a bit of like extra flair to what I'm doing. I can make these colors pop a little more. Maybe like that. No, that's the wrong direction to take this. Color wheel pretty small right now. There we go. I like that. And then I can go through and... Oh, I gotta fill in this color in the middle here. Oh, that's the wrong layer. And then let's get some of these other additional details. Just one. Then let's add some highlights on the eyes, and then I think I'll call it good for this one. Again, I might do some additional stuff off stream just to make them look a little nicer. Such as, in this case, probably a bit more in terms of like the rim lighting. Oh, those are all in the same layer. Maybe a bit of glow on the edge. Yeah, let's add some rim lighting. And there we go. That's a good stopping point for now. Let's check and see what's going on next. What's next on the agenda? Let's see. Oh, right, Echo from Arcane. And then, someone, anonymously asked for, Kasane Teto. I I don't know who that is. Huh. This character looks familiar. Kasane Teito. I feel like I saw them like recently somewhere, and I'm like blanking on where, but they look familiar. I'm not sure. Let's look up Echo Arcane for the next one. Okay, there's a couple different looks that Echo has, I think. Or, well, I guess it'd probably make more sense to do the main one. Where is it? Oh, I guess there's one main design. Here's the thing, I haven't watched a lot of the new season of Arcane, so there's some stuff I'm not as familiar with. But, oh, he's got like a little hoverboard here. I actually really like this. One second. Copy image. File. Creating from clipboard. Let's use this as our reference, and I think I'm gonna actually follow this one pretty closely because this pose kind of rolls. So I don't feel. I'm gonna flatten all this stuff together and move it off to the side. Move you down here. And let's start on Echo. Check the chat again. How do you donate? If you go down into the description, it is the Steam Elements page at the top of the description, and that will bring you to somewhere where you can pick one of those options and select something in with. And you should be able to cover it with PayPal. Sorry, I gotta drink some water. Okay, now let's start on Echo. I'm gonna go for a chibi look. And I'm actually gonna keep it pretty similar to what they have here, like I just said. And... oh, actually, he has a little bit more space on his shoulder here, and then... oh no, don't do this again, please. I'm really hoping that I can use this footage too later, because I'd like to use this for like a speed draw kind of thing for my channel as well, because I'm trying to see if I could do like a essentially like a 3 birds 1 stone kind of situation. And then get this shrink this guy down a little bit. They have him kind of large. I might do just like another doodle of this guy, because I've been wanting to get through and like drawing more like Arcane characters. I'm gonna give him little dot eyes. Just because I've wanted to just sort of get more of that stuff going. There we go. Give him his ears, give him his round head. Oh, I guess you see his knee there, so let's bring this stuff around. And let's get this hair going. I really like drawing braided hair because I'm really bad at drawing like regular hair. Because like, I mean, I'm not bad at it, but I tend to sort of default to a more sort of abstract thing where you just have like a shape that's implied to be the hair. But with these kinds of braids, or I think they might be called locks. I'm not sure if there's like a different term. Again, like I'm I tend to forget a lot of terminology, but with this, I can like break it down into a little bit more of a dynamic shape, rather than just like my usual like implied squiggles. Let's see. And I can't see the top part of that deal, so I think I'm just gonna have it cut out in this drawing too, because I don't know enough about League to be able to deduce what that could be. And then get the little things on the bottom. And I think that should be good. Like, I can probably do the line art now. Check the chat again. What are the preferences for what to request? I don't really have any like specific requirements. I guess as long as it's like appropriate for YouTube, or maybe doesn't have like any like weird implications later. Like don't trick me into drawing a dog whistle and you'll be good. 'Cause I would not know, and I would like to avoid that if possible. But other than that, yeah, just pick whatever you want. I don't mind either way. I don't think that would happen, but let's see. Oh, I guess he has like a knapsack, but I can add that when I'm doing the line art. I made the Kamen Rider one a little smaller. I want to keep these all relatively the same size when I export them, because they don't have to be huge, because that'll kind of mess with the file size. There we go. And let's get a new layer going. And let's start. Let's actually lower the stabilization a lot for this one. I feel like this one will benefit from a bit of a more rough look. Kind of looks like a U2's. I don't think they have their eyes open in U2's. I never see them with their eyes open in those. Unless I'm just misremembering. Are you posting previous requests anywhere? A friend pointed me to the stream and I wanted to see what you drew for her request. Oh, here, let me zoom out a little bit so you can see it. You'd also be able to rewind in the chat if you, or in the stream if you want to check, but this is the Kamen Rider that they requested. So yeah, let you pause, take a look there, and back to work. And then let's get, how is this hair kind of put together here? This might be fan art. Is this fan art? Or is this like concept art? I just realized I don't know. I guess it's someone's like desktop wallpaper. I'm sorry, I don't know who drew this, so if this is someone's fan art and I don't know, I'm sorry about that. This is just what showed up in the DuckDuckGo search. I guess it's kind of like twisted in the show. So I'll do it like this. Just add some of these, whatever these like silver sections are. I should put those on one that's a little closer. So this is where the first one would go, and then this is where the second one would go, and then I can kind of go through, add a bit more. There we go. And maybe bump out his chin a little bit more. I'm trying to not spend too long on each of these because I know that I can sometimes get a little bit too caught up in one drawing. And this is supposed to be a mini drawing stream, or at the very least more than one. Oh, that line's being a little buggy. How does that hand connect? So there's this, and then thumb, and then here. And I'm just gonna have this all be one shape here, and then just go dup, bup, bup for that, and then just to imply the sort of crease on there. Then this. We got another shape like this where it's like boom, 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 boom. And this is where the knapsack comes in, so let's get that added in. Sort of bar shape in. Then this part kind of goes down like this. And I've realized that like the way I have the foot drawn, it might not be as visible as it is in theirs, but that's probably okay. Wrong line. Get this part filled in. And stupid. I should have been looking at the reference when I drew that. So there's a line here, and then see if I can get the shape of this thing, because this is fairly complicated looking, so I'm not going to be exact about it, but I'd like to be at least somewhat close. What is this thing? I'm just gonna make stuff up here. I have enough written down to imply it, and again, that could be off-stream adjustments as needed. Oh, and then I have to draw the staff in. Whatever this deal. And let's just have it kind of cut off before it gets to those gears, because just imply that's a bit of creative license on my end. You know what? I feel a lot more confident in these lines compared to the Kamen Rider one, because I think it was the glitches were leading to some problems. So I think once I get the other last couple of shapes to imply his vest here, or I don't know exactly what that is. I guess it's like his apron going over like a something under there. Apply the boots behind there. And you know what? That's close enough for me. Let's get him colored in here now. Oh, actually there we go. Duplicate the layer. Let me check the chat real quick. And let me check the donation page too. Nope, still Kasane Teto. I'm still not. Let's see. Let's get this guy going. Have I duplicated the layer? Yep. And let's start filling the stuff in. I think that's all it for kind of a yellowish tone here. Oh, it filled something in on the reference layer. Let's get some of this stuff going. Let's fill in his gloves. And I'm just gonna have this part of the pants be the same color. I know there's like a different shade there, but I'm just gonna do this for the sake. Actually, no, I should try to at least be somewhat accurate. To build in the line art. There we go. And use this to fill in this part here. And get the knapsack filled in. This color. And then this color here. And then a skin tone here. Then lastly, this same tone right here. And let's start doing some cleanup. I think I'm gonna leave the board for last. I want to see if I can get his like key features drawn in before see, the way I've drawn him like doesn't really have like a nose, but I still want that to be like implied. So let me go through here. There we go. Okay. And then there's kind of a roughness to it. Why does it sound like the Anna Music soundtrack? Like, do y'all remember Anna Music? It was this, like, film thing that came out in, like, 2008. There was a sequence of, like, different little animated music videos. There's clips of it online. I only think it reminded me of this just because, like, it's just, like, a sequence of, like, MIDI tracks. Like, early 2000s MIDI. If that's a thing. I don't know if that's, like, a genre, but I remember that being a lot more kind of simple back in the day. I might pull up a track from that. And now let's get that board done. Then I'll do a bit of overpainting and then I'll wrap this one up. Paint this part in. This is only going to be like 40% accurate. So I'll put this color here, here. Throw this one here, I guess. And just kind of mirror this part. And I know there's like a more of a brassy color here. And then I'll just throw some like random green highlights in. That's all sci-fi, and I can, because that stuff goes up here, I can just kind of do this whole deal. Okay, now let's do the overpainting, and then I'll call this one good. I'm gonna make, actually I think I'll just do the hair this time. I think the other part I can do later. There we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. That looks good. Because there's the... There we go. Perfect. I like this. And let's add some room lighting, and then I think I'll start on the next one. A nice, good, kind of yellowish color. Add a glow layer. Boom, boom. Oh, actually, that's the part in shadow. I have to add the highlights over here. Right here, I'm gonna say like this part's maybe blocked by like his arm, so that's why there's additional light there. And then on here, and I think that should be good. Slowly opacity on this. Perfect. Okay, I like this. And there we go. That is... Oh, shit. Did I just delete the layer? Oh, no. Good. Okay, it's saved. There we go. That is Arcane Echo. Yeah, he's a nice guy. I like him. Let's see. I'm gonna take him off now, and... Been loving the streams. Oh, sorry. Anonymous said, been loving the streams. So excited to see more. Would love to see a PuppyCat sketch. I will do that one next. I figured out where I saw like Kasane Tetu from. There was this artist that got into some hot water for drawing her in with like Hatsune Miku, and they were like in a war setting. I'm not gonna say what they did because I don't want to get involved in art drama. I'm sure you can find it if you look it up. It was concerning to say the least, but that's not my deal, and I do think the base character is probably safe to draw, since I'm pretty sure that was something other people were doing. Oh, this is I like their what is it? Their Nendoroid style. So I'm gonna use this as my reference. I don't know. I think someone was trying to do that like Kyle with the Y thing, where they add like edgy, like Easter eggs in to get engagement, which is weird because like they were just like a good artist, so they didn't really need to do that. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say there. Oh fuck, I remember that. Yikes, the base character is just from the Miku Vocaloid stuff. Okay, I was not sure. I didn't want to like say anything and risk being wrong because I don't have any experience in like I'm not like a Vocaloid person. Did you go to art? Did you go to school for art, or did you teach yourself? I am almost entirely self-taught. I have done some courses in the past. I'm gonna have her being all supportive. Maybe kind of. What is this pose? Like kind of a. Or actually, maybe like a you can do it kind of pose, like a because I'm like doing the action poses for this one, so I'm gonna keep that going. But yeah, I'm pretty much entirely self-taught. Like, you can learn a lot from tutorials. Actually, you know what? I always look for excuses to share this information. If you want to see the best drawing tutorial on the internet, look up Sykra's Sykra's video on iterative drawing. I'm gonna write down the name in chat here. Sykra iterative drawing. Best art tutorial on the internet. Like, if you watch any like videos anywhere, make it that one. It's an hour long. It's a really simple concept, but it fundamentally changed the way I approach art, and like I have improved so much faster as a result. I'm gonna give her like really big sleeves. There we go. And I want to make sure like the twin tails are still visible, so I'm gonna have them kind of go off at like an angle here. There we go. From the little twirl here, and then bring this down, and let's bring the head in a little shorter like that. There we go. I'm happy with that. And let's start doing the line art. That went by a lot faster. I guess it makes sense because I'm using like a chibi reference for the drawing. Yeah, she's jumping for joy. Let me check the stream elements page. Yeah, still PuppyCat. Oh, stream's been going for about an hour. I think I'll do the PuppyCat one next, and then if I have time, maybe one more, but I want to make sure I still get them done, so give this one a bit of a thicker writing style. I always try to tell myself that, like, okay, this time you're gonna draw things like quickly, and like I do work quickly, but I also get really caught up in like little details. So things that would usually take me like 20 minutes will sometimes take twice as long. Like right now, like I was like just talking like, oh, I try to avoid doing that thing where you spend like a bunch of times trying to redraw the same line, and here I am doing it anyway. Oh, there we go. Let's do this. And then the twin tails are not in front, so I can bring this down all the way up. Don't actually have like the ones that go in front of her face, so. And she has like no space for a nose the way I drew her. Let's give her like thicker eyes, just to sort of compensate for the details that are getting squished out. This a little higher. There we go. Then add that in. Brush is being finicky all of a sudden. There we go, and then just erase this part here. And let's zoom out a little bit. Hey, this came out really cute. Dang it. That's always nice. Oh, I don't take that as much. And let's get the clothing in. You should do a part 2 stream of this. I am going to be doing more of these. It's just like a question of how many I want to do for this session on stream, depending on the amount of time I have. Because I think I have like 2 hours max before I'm not going to be able to continue streaming, at least for today. But if you guys want to see like a part 2 stream to finish up the other ones, because like I think right now there's only one request left outside of Roxanne's donations, which didn't specify a request, but oh, there's actually a couple more here. Yeah, part 2 stream definitely happening. Found you on Blue Sky this morning. Been loving to stream. Could you draw I'm so sorry. A character from Pokemon. I'm just gonna copy their name and paste the image here. Paste to go. I'm really sorry. I'm bad with pronouncing names. Oh, it's like a Pokemon. No, what is... Oh, it's this version of this character. Okay. gonna take a screenshot of this and I'll just throw it in the. Oh, actually, I don't need to. I'm sorry, you guys are just hearing me like mumble while I'm on the internet, looking this up. Bio creating from clipboard. This is the character that they requested. I'm sorry. And then that character was requested by Little Riddle. Thank you for the donation and the suggestion. I'll make sure I can get that one going. And then we have one from Eliana saying, hi, could you draw Moomin or Snufkin? They are both from the Moomins franchise, by the way. I think they'll suit your art style a lot. Best of luck with the pilot. Thank you. Yeah, I could definitely do that too. Let me finish up this one. There we go, and then little boots. Yeah, if y'all prefer me doing like a part 2, I can definitely do that. And let's get this going here. Oh, I just realized I did not draw this set the skirts following like the motion of like her putting her leg up here. Now that's embarrassing. Here we go, and then do that, and then probably put this part in like shadow. And then there we go. And probably make this like a little thinner. There we go. That's more kind of chibi proportions. And there we go. That one's being weird. 4 buttons, and then actually maybe have it more like this. There we go. That way I can sort of imply a little bit more here. Maybe put those buttons on top. I think they're buttons. I don't know. This is a really cute design, so I don't want to mess anything up here. Or at least not. There we go. And then like a waving hand, like one of those like ones where it's like they there we go, like a ganbatte, you can do it kind of pose. Get the twin tails going. Save the best part for last, because man, these always look. I really like drawing like curly hair. There we go. And then just kind of apply it towards the end there. Perfect. And same thing over here. It's partially blocked by the hand, but that's okay. So I can. I'll have to clean that up a little bit later. There we go. And then probably a couple extra lines here, just kind of going across. And maybe a couple here. Oh, that's not a good spot for that. there we go. That's the, let me actually put a shadow under the leg here, and then finish this one line on the skirt for the bottom colors here. And okay, now we're done. I mean, now we're not done, but like we're done with like the line art. The eyebrows, probably a little bit too high up, but a couple extra details here. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Okay, forget that lower shadow. That's good. Put these in, and I'll color these in when I get to the line art coloring stage. Okay, good enough. And let's zoom out a little bit here. Ooh, I think this is the best one so far. Oh, I should probably check to make sure the progress on the stream is still working. Okay, everything's still working. Okay, let's get the colors pulled. Actually, let me look up a different drawing of them so I can use more model accurate colors, just because the lighting in this one is going to make everything a lot, I think, darker and a bit more like heavily saturated. Does she have like a model sheet or something? I guess this image will work. File, create new from clipboard. And this is another reason I duplicate the line art layers, is whenever I have gaps like this in the line art that would otherwise cause problems. Because I'm already just using the fill bucket, I could just go through and sort of fill in those annoying little gaps without having to redo anything. Or at least not redo anything as frequently. Put these purrs colored in. And they have kind of a darker tone here for... Oh, shit. There we go. And let's get the skin added. Guess their uniform. There we go, and then get this part filled in. Nope, that's not filled in that way. Filled in like this. And then this part's up. And this way, and this way. And this is colored this way, and so are these buttons. Okay, let's just do the rest of this manually. And I think for this one, when I go and do the over painting on the line art here, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to select this color here. I'm going to darken it a lot. And I'm just going to select over the entire deal. And there we go. Fill it in just like that. And then move it closer to the, like maybe like the blues. Something a little... kind of a darker purple. Okay, that's cute. I like that. And then I'll just go through and just get these last bits of color added on like so. And then I think that might have been the end of the video I had playing for background music. Let me pull up chill and nostalgic Wii music. Alrighty, that works. Okay, I think that's a good stopping point. I'll maybe add just a little bit more shadow to the hair just because it's a bit more, and then I'll get that puppy cat drawing done. Make this a little lower. Perfect. And then let's get the rim lighting added. Get a glow layer going. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Spend the night together. And I haven't had a reason to do this for any of the others, but I like adding these kind of little, kind of goofy looking highlights to the hair. Go. And I think that one I'm gonna call done. And let me get this all flattened up here. Transfer the lower layer. And I'm gonna pull up all three images and I'm gonna stand up to stretch here real quick. The music playing, I believe, is from Wii Fit, and it just reminded me I have not stretched in a while. So if you're not like driving or something, kind of maybe, I don't know, like stand up and stretch real quick. Just like get that blood pumping. There's like a stretching exercise I used to do when I worked at a lawnmower factory that they'd make us do before every shift. And at the time, I was pretty just frustrated with being there, so I always thought it was a waste of time when we could have just gotten to work right away. But I also knew at the same time, like, it was a good exercise. So I'm just doing that right now. And there we go. I also have to make sure to, like, stretch out my, like, fingers and stuff. But here we go. What is next on the list? Let's see. Oh, me when I jump on a tree and hit it for... Oh, no. Oh, it's okay. As long as I hope you feel better soon. Don't worry. How's the pilot coming along? Like, what still needs to be done? What's already done? Can you tell us more about the process of making a pilot? Yeah, sure. So, I'm trying to figure out how to say this without, like, accidentally, like, spoiling anything. So, the process that we've gone through in order to... Hold on, let me get into my, Let me get into my pirate software mode here real quick. Which brush here would emulate his brush the best? Because I'm not opening up. Oh, let me turn down the stabilization on this one. Perfect. So right now, the process that we've gone through for the pilot is you have Jack and Core. Impeccably accurate illustrations of them. I know. So you have Jack and Core, and you have me. And what we've done is basically they're the ones who spent most of their time writing the script. This was in our timeline. Let's have our timeline down here of like last January, so Jan 20 or 20, sorry, 24. So this is when like the script was started, and then what they did was they worked out a lot of the story details, and then Core and I did a lot of the let's call it like the foundational work, which is just like character designs. None of this is going to be spelled correctly or legible, so I'm sorry. And also world building. These were the two big things that we focused on, because the environment that the story takes place in is just as important as the story itself. And once we had both of these set up, by that point, it was around June. So like all of this portion, even though like some of it does like bleed into this part here, but this is like when everything was like solidified and like basically like we knew what was going to happen at this point. Like everything from like the story to the characters, all of this stuff was planned out at this point. And then development is a little bit different. Essentially, we made a spreadsheet that had a certain amount of shots. Every scene was divided up into shots. This also includes storyboards. Storyboards. Let me clarify that. Also storyboards. These are important, but they did also bleed the most into like the next few months. But anyway, like we have shots for... Then we have like... Everything's divided up into shots. And then that's divided between the backgrounds, which is my area. And then we have rough animation, which is handled by a couple of our freelancers that we have on the team. I also have help with the backgrounds too. Then we have cleanup. And then we have compositing. And I would say of these, the backgrounds we've had the most progress on, just because I'm because everyone else is generally they have more like stuff going on outside of this. Like Jack had his concussion, Core's been to Japan, some of our like freelance artists, even though like the ones that I'm working with, incredibly talented, also just have their own lives going on. So I've been able to make like the most progress. I would say like of the 150-ish shots, I have about 100 ready, more or less. And then for the roughs, I would say we're about halfway. That's what Core said anyway, but honestly, like, that could be me misremembering. I don't want to put words into his mouth. Cleanup, even less, just because we have to get the rough before we can do the cleanup. And then compositing, I would say we're about as far along with compositing as we are with the finished, cleaned up shots. So, like, whatever this portion is right here, like, let me just fucking do this. Like, whatever this section is right here, this is what needs to be done in order for the pilot to be done. We did get some delays, like, again, like with Jack with the concussion and just like other life stuff going on. I got really burned out because I was trying to do this along with like 5 other projects that I was getting distracted with. So that ended up taking a bit of time too. But yeah, this is about, I would say, like 50-ish%. Like, that's about as confident as I say, because things are able to pick up the pace a little bit more now. We have a more solidified team that has a good idea of what we're aiming for. The process of filling in these gaps are going to go way faster, especially because a lot of these areas are dependent on me getting this area done, because if we don't have the background at least blocked out, then we can't get the roughs in, and then we can't get the final art in, and that, you know, it's like, it's all dependent on everything that came before. So yeah, that is my progress report ramble. I hope that was comprehensible. That was a whole time. Also a great reminder to go drink some water. I do have a cup of water here that I think is almost empty at this point, but oh, right, I promised PuppyCat drawing, so let's do PuppyCat. I probably don't need a reference for PuppyCat. I know what they look like, but they didn't specifically, you didn't ask for Bee and PuppyCat, but I just saw this shot and I don't think I got to this point in the show, but look at her. She's in a little PuppyCat onesie. That's adorable. So I'm gonna draw her in her PuppyCat onesie, holding him up in the air like this, kind of Lion King style. Actually, I'm gonna have her eyes closed too, because but I'm not gonna draw like her like entire body here. Probably just like enough to do the do this bit here, and then bring that down, and then looks like a Fall Guys character, and put the bell down here. I feel like he really, like, actually might just kind of go limp, like. Like, he's not gonna fight it, like, I'm dealing with her shit again. Like, I'll do it, but I'm not gonna be happy about it, and then, like, have his arms kinda up like this. I forget if PuppyCat has a tail. It's not visible in this shot, so I guess I'm not going to worry about it, but His little feet in there. Make him a little bit fatter. He's full of soup. Okay, and I could figure out the rest in the line art. Let's shrink this down a little bit because I realized I forgot to shrink down the other one before I did the line art. And let's check the chat here again. Yeah, they do. I am giving them all like U2's eyes. Let's see. Thank you for explaining everything. I do want to like add like a big asterisk to everything I just said. I am basically one of the freelancers. I have a bit more involvement in like the story and just like I'm like their friend, so it's like I do like hear a bit more. I am not one of the authority figures who has like the ability to decide how far along things are. So just take everything I said with a grain of salt. If they say anything else, they're the ones who are in charge of the project. They just said I could yap on the channel uninhibited, so that is what I'm doing. Oh, that is wrong. Just don't want to give anyone like the wrong idea. Oh, I did not add her ears to her onesie. It's like the whole reason I drew it. That's a really funny like concept for like a onesie too. It's just like the fact that like it's like coming to like in his like mouth. It's so that's cute. I gotta finish watching Bee and PuppyCat. I think there was a point where I just kind of like couldn't follow the story at some point. Not that it's like complicated. I think I was just like not paying attention enough. And that led to some confusion on my end. This and let's get that down here and just kind of oh yeah, I was gonna include the bell down here and this and okay, and then for his arms I'm gonna have them like this, probably make them bigger than they should be, but let's give him like little dot eyes. A little closer together like this, and then give him his little hands. Give him a little bit more of that, and then should make oh right, that's his collar. So Bee's hand hand is gonna be like right here. And there we go. And then add the bell. Fill this gap here. And there we go. And then do that. So now it looks like his arm is kind of squashed up here. Actually, let me add a bit of a... make it look like some kind of fat is just sort of like bunching up here because of the angle. And then get his feet in. Make his legs a lot shorter here. And go through here and just kind of bunch this part up. Oh, God damn it, that's funny. I'm not gonna make that line art thicker. That's staying. And then little toe beans or little claw things or whatever those are. And he's not full of it. He doesn't have enough soup. Let's add more soup. There we go. And that seems sufficiently annoying for him. So let's get this colored. Little angry thing here, and there we go. Now let's get this colored. We're actually sticking up these lines right here. Oh, that's the wrong brush. Let me check the chat again. What's going on today? I am doing donation streams. Or I'm actually gonna, this is probably gonna be the last one for this stream, and then I'm probably gonna do a, like, catch-up stream. Is PayPal the only way to donate money? Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't know if they could make, like, a milk animation cash app or something, or something that could also let people who don't have PayPal donate, but right now, that's not something I have in my control either, but I appreciate that you want to be able to support, though. That's nice. That's always good to hear. I don't want anyone to feel like they're obligated to, just because, like, because that's the theme of, like, this stream. It's not going to be the theme of every stream, so a lot of these I just wanted to be just more like fun and just kind of building up hype while I get other work done. And, okay. Duplicate the layers and let's start getting our little fella colored in here. And I can use the same pink for this. It also works for the ears, so I'm going to do that. And then pull the color from right here, because I feel like that's the most... one on the reference. I did... Oh, shoot. I'm stupid. I didn't fill this one in. There we go. And then I can use this color here on the ears. And get a little paws filled in, and then let's get her skin tone added to the hands. I should probably do something to give her fingers. She kind of looks like she has like mittens. And get her hair in. And then just the eyebrows filled in. Such a grumpy little guy. And there we go. And then let's get Bee's outfit filled in the rest of the way. Oh, shit. That part overlapped. And let's give this one the bell line too here. There we go. And because this one's pretty simple, I'm just gonna... Oh. Make sure I don't put like any color stuff on the top layer. Ah, he's so angry. And do this for all of the other... Oh, let me bring this more into the red. That's better. No? Maybe pinker? Yeah, that'll work for now. I might lower the opacity on this and look at some of that darker tone from the black line art kind of go through. So then I can up the saturation like this. Okay, I like this a lot. And I can lower the opacity on this. And there we go. And then I can just kind of add a little bit more here. Probably just do this for like the ears. I think that's a good stopping point. Like, I do kind of want to keep some of this stuff solid, actually. So let me go through and just do this, the eyebrows again. Try if the right color selected. Oh. There we go. And then I made his like. I didn't make this eye big enough, so let me bump that one up. Perfect. Okay. And now there's little things I could fix, but I think I'm just gonna go through and just add a quick kind of glow layer. Oh shit. I put that on the same layer. Okay, you can't really see it on the Oh, right, and I have to give her fingers before I can say this one's done. Let's give her some fingers. At least I can do at this point. Oh shit, that's the wrong. Oh, right, this is a glow layer still. I'm stupid. Okay. It's probably not the most accurate fingers in the world, but you know what? There we go. Close enough. And let's put this on the line art layer. And probably just darken the skin tone. Bring this over to a bit more red. Overlap and... saturated. Is that gonna work? I'm not really feeling that color for her fingers, but I'm kind of dilly-dallying on this one a little bit because I don't want to say it's done and then then the stream stops. But let's see. I'm gonna bring this part down and do a little bit of cleanup. Just a little bit there. You know what? Actually, let me get these sparkles filled in here. Up, 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 and then go brighter. Up, and add a couple more. And some of these. Actually, I feel like this is better for that style. It's just more perfect. Okay. Lower the opacity. Actually, let's make that a multiply layer. Then I can make it a little bit more saturated. Like so. And there we go. I think that is a good place to stop. So let's get everything revealed here. Let's scooch you up into the corner. And then we have Bee and PuppyCat. We got this gal here. Shrink her down a little bit. I forget her name. Tato something. Then we have Kamen Rider. Again, I'm really bad with names. They definitely do have one. Let's put him on the top layer. And then we got Echo. Who I'll put above her, but below him. And there we go. These are the ones I was able to finish today. There's going to be a part 2 stream to go over the other suggestions we have, which are this specific Pokemon and the Moomins, which I think I'll do at the front end of the next stream, which I don't think will be like donation themed. But oh, M Young, can you draw my request? Draw Fireheart getting a Cinderella makeup by Blue Star. They're cats from Warrior Cats books and series. This is like a donation type deal. So if you want to get that request in, just head to the link in the description and you can put a request in there. Unless I'm stupid and I missed it before. Oh, also someone asked for their friend's character Lyra, who I will look up now. But ooh, okay, they have a really cool design, so that's gonna be fun. Never mind. Next stream is gonna be fully catching up with donations. So yeah, that's gonna be what's gonna happen. But for now, I'm gonna wrap things up. Thank you for all of the donations. We hit $61, which is so much more than I expected. Because I was thinking like this, I wasn't entirely sure. So thank you for joining. I will see you guys in the next one, most likely on Friday. So